All right, so hi guys, and welcome to another episode of the Daily Football Prediction Podcast Show. Here we bring you football predictions that will help you increase your chances of winning as football prediction fans. And this is 1 million to 10 million challenge for the week. Okay, we're sharing what we had. This is an MVP, perk. We're sharing with you guys free of charge for this week because we're not going to be having a lot of sporting events and it's international break. And we think what's the better time to show you guys or put in practice, the strategy that we've always been screaming about, talking about, the, bankroll management strategy. This is the best time to show you guys how that works exactly and, for you guys to see practically. So please, guys, do not consider anything we talk about on these episodes, these videos, financial advice. They are not financial advice, okay? We're just sharing with you our screen, what we have or what we're doing, how we're working, what we're working with. It is for educational and entertainment purposes only. Please do not consider it financial advice. Very, very important to note that, okay? So let's go right into what we had. So yesterday, our balance when we left off yesterday was at 1327115.53. As you can see on your screen right there, that's what we started with yesterday as far as balances are concerned. All right, so we're going to look at how what we did yesterday, how it panned out. So we had 6 sleeps yesterday, spanning 39,000. Right, so forget the numbers I'm calling, guys. I already told you guys this is not financial advice. I'm just sharing my screen with you guys what happened yesterday, of course, as we go on this challenge, and that's why we call it a challenge. Okay, so we're just trying to meet something, a target. So 6 sleeps, let's look at how that went yesterday. Right, you can see that right to your left. Okay, so we had two of those winning actually. Two, they went up to two odds, but those were our two, supposed to be our two odds yesterday, but they did come out good yesterday. So trying to find that. Okay, so yeah, this is the first one. So two games were there, two events, basketball and soccer. You can see what happened there. So that one did win yesterday. That was successful. That's why 11. Okay, so the second one also won. You can see two sleeps there, two events there, and that was 1.8, right? So we had 1.7, 1.8 winning yesterday. So this one was the cricket sleep. It didn't win yesterday. It was not good. One lost, and I think the remaining two did win. Going by the results I check later. So the third will be, or the fourth, the tennis sleep didn't make it. We had two, winning out of four that we predicted, unfortunately. So yeah. Then the next one was the basketball sleep. We had two events in it. And you can see just one lost and one won, and 1.9, and we lost that. Now, and then we had a 2 odd sleep. Right, you can see that how that went. We just one goal shy of winning this one. Sadly yesterday, but it is what it is. It's sports betting. This happens all the time, and that's why bankroll management is important. Speaking of bankroll management, if you take note, yesterday we had 0.5 as our lot size. Yes, the whole of yesterday. So if you look at what I've been, showing you guys, it's just 65,000, which is 0.5 of our lot size, not even up to 1%. That's because we are being careful, which is what we're supposed to do. Gamble responsibly. That's why we talk about gamble responsibly, and that's why we have unit sizes going into this one. So when it's your turn, look at your bankroll and apportion what you should adequately. We've left a video that talks about all of that. It should appear on your screen now, so make sure to watch it. Okay, so that's going to show you how to do what's going on here. You're going to learn all of that. So let's look at today. This is our starting. This is not our starting balance. I think our starting balance showed up earlier, right? That was about 135 or thereabout. We're going to see how that went. But let's look at the sleeps that we have for you guys today. So first is the cricket sleep. You can see that there, two events, and we're still using our 0.5 lot size, unit size, as you can see there, right? So that's what we're still using. So that's the first sleep. It's 3 odds, by the way. So imagine if that one works times 3. So yeah, we're shooting for better today, slightly better, but balance it out. So tennis is the next one. Tennis sleep is the next sleep. Please feel free to edit this one to your taste. Take out the events you don't agree with, or ones you want to work with. It's fine. So cricket, tennis rather. Christopher O'Neill, Mario Navoni. You can see. Okay, that's fully appeared there. Sebastian Baez and Vilios Galbas, right? Alexander Shevchenko and Radu David Turkanu. And we have Mattia Bellucci and Reda Benani, right? You can see that. So that makes two odds, 2.3 odds, and of course 0.5 lots unit size apportioned to that as well. So moving on to the next sleep, we have two odds, 2.61 odd sleep. This is a basketball sleep, and we have Besiktas, and Borgu and Toku Telecom. It's the next one, and we have Dallas Mavericks and Minnesota Timberwolves. This one already kicked off. That's another reason why we don't do MVPs on YouTube, because it might be very, very in real time, might be very fast. You guys might not be able to get the whole thing wholesomely. So that's why we don't do that. We share that in the Telegram community when you subscribe. That's what happens. So the 5 odd sleep is just basically soccer. We're going to look at that now. And Austria, South Korea. We expect Austria to win here today. Norway and Switzerland. Right, we expect both teams to be able to score today. And we have Czech Republic and Denmark. Expect Denmark to qualify. Okay, that's what team 2 wins mean. And then Bosnia and Italy, we expect Italy to be able to win in this one today. So again, we've given this one a 0.5 lot size apportioning to 5 odds. So we have 5 odds, 3 odds, 2 odds, so same lot size, flat stakes. Hopefully, one of these kicks off, which usually does, going by the tips provided on the channel. So let's quickly make a 2 odd sleep, guys. I think I have some in mind, so I'm editing also to my taste. So no, see that you have to edit, you have to put your money where your mouth is. So Italy, we think Italy should be able to qualify today, so we're going to take that. Let's throw that in there, Italy to qualify, right? Put that in there. And I think Turkey and Kosovo, Turkey should be able to qualify today also. In my humble opinion, I think they should be able to do that. So let's go with Turkey and to qualify. Okay, no, sorry, my bad. That's we no draw. We're trying to get qualify. Turkey to qualify. Okay, that's done. Yeah. So to make this complete 1.8, so we're going to make it 2 odds. I think we should add the basketball event that already kicked off. That one looks good. Okay, guys, so before I go further, guys, ladies and gentlemen, kindly hit that like button, subscribe, find this kind of content valuable. Football prediction is something you're interested in, because that's what we do on the channel. We're doing other sports today because we're sharing our MVP platform, but on the channel it's mainly football. So if that's the kind of content you find valuable, sports betting is content you like, hit that subscribe button to become part of this community of what we like to call savvy sports traders. That's what we're doing here. We're savvy sport trading at this point. All right, guys, so let's add. Okay, and we're adding Minnesota to it. And don't forget to turn notification bells on. So that makes 2 odds, as you can see on your screen. So we're going to apportion 1% of our bankroll to this. Just 1%. Okay, and that's at 13. Okay. All right. Yeah, so that's dropped. So you can see 13,000. So 1% of our bankroll. So we just applied that to it. So don't forget to turn notification bells on, guys. Very important to do that, so you'll be the first to know when we put something of value, which you always do. So for the week, it will be like this for the rest of this week, pending when we resume, giving you guys free tips. So this is basically how you guys should work with that. That's why we're sharing this for the week, so you guys can learn how that strategy works, and ensure to watch that. So you can see the 2 odds on sleep. This is what we did. Kosovo Turkey to qualify, Italy to qualify, Minnesota to win, right? And we apportioned a 1%, right, unit to it. A 1 unit is 1% unit. So it's 1 to 5% rule. We talked about that in strategy video. Okay, so that's that for that as far as taking is concerned. So we have 5 sleeps today if you count that, right? Yeah, we have 5 sleeps. Okay, so let's do a little bit of math as per yesterday, where we were yesterday, how we started. we already had some things ticked on yesterday before we came in yesterday. So we had like 1.32, but at the end of the yesterday we had 1.35, which was a little bit of profit. So 1.64, 6 and 5 times 4 is 26,000 plus our one unit size. So we're spending 39,000 today. So we spent yesterday. Please do not consider the financial advice, guys. It's not financial advice at this point. We're just sharing what happened yesterday. So 39,000 was what we spent yesterday. So we're trying to look at, we spent 39,000 yesterday. What did we really make? You know, yesterday, what did we make? What was the profit we made, or what was the loss we had yesterday? So let that load up quick. Let's look at that. So this one was powered by Mega Parry, by the way, guys. You know this challenge was powered by Mega Parry. So big shout out to Mega Parry for sponsoring this one, guys. Give them a shout out. So go there and register. You can find that link in our profile, as well as the link to join us on Telegram, and also the link to join the MVP platform for when we resume properly. You guys will get this by the end of next week. So you want to subscribe, if you ask me, to get these kinds of sleeps tips. It will help you significantly improve your chances, as well as the free one also does help. That just comes a lot more earlier. So look at the amount yesterday we spent. This is 13. So we ended up with 11,290 and 11,790. Those are the two amounts we made yesterday. So let's add 11,790 plus 11,290. So add that and see. We have 23,081 and we spent 39. So let's minus 39 from that. Again, we have a minus 15. So we made a loss of 15,000 yesterday, pretty much. Right, that's what happened. So it's not that bad. This is just like a unit, just over a unit size we lost yesterday, just over a unit. So it's not bad. So like we said, we like to think of sports betting as a marathon, not a sprint. Divide that by 0.5 and you have 2. This should be 1. When you put 0.5, it should be 1. You get the math, right? So yeah, that's just basically how yesterday went, guys. So I hope you guys have enjoyed watching this one, and I hope that you'll be able to learn a thing or two from this one. Please do not consider this financial advice. The idea is for you guys to learn a thing or two from what we provided here on the channel. Do not consider this financial advice. It is not financial advice, just sharing our screen for you guys to do better, make better informed decisions as you go about sports betting. Now note that there are factors that can affect the outcome of this event, factors like VAR, red card, own goals, penalty kicks, as well as injury and fitness concerns to keep players just right when sporting events are going on or when they're about to begin. So we cannot emphasize that, and that's exactly why we even have this kind of setup basically, and we're teaching you guys that to be able to learn how to do that. So these factors will not take you unawares, and you should be able to make profits in the long run as a football prediction fan, despite the bad and good days. At the end of the day, we should be able to make profits, all right, or at least have just minimal loss basically to your account. So be responsible basically by seeing that video. It will help you be responsible, it will help you stick wisely. All right, guys, so do not consider it financial advice. I've said this 1,000 times. It's very important to do that, especially for YouTube. Please, YouTube, note that this is not financial advice. All right, guys, so we're just sharing what we have with you guys. All right, so that'll be all for now, guys. Till we see you again, I remain yours, HTO Hooker. Until then, may the all be in our favor today and always. I see you guys around. Have a wonderful day.